I said in one of the earlier ones that one of the things I do for my paying job during the day is I find an inspirational video or a video and post it every day to the company so people can kind of get an insight into some other area of study. And this week we've been doing common humanity. Common humanity is the theme. I found a video. This woman, I think it was called I failed in my search for God, but I found something else instead, which was an intriguing title. TED Talk. So in it, she's talking about she traveled the world and found all these different gurus and all these different shaman and all these different spiritual leaders to try to kind of find, because her religion didn't really talk about a single God. Her religion, she's like a sect of a sect of a sect that has like multiple gods, and she's just trying to, like many of us, make sense in the world. So she talked to so many. She was at one point she's getting ready to go on a trip, and I guess at this point her travels had become quasi famous. Maybe through Twitter, I forget what her deal was. And she posted like, I'm going to this guy down in, I think it's John of God or something like that. I know this guy has got like all kinds of scandals breaking about him now. So this is, let's imagine this is years ago, but apparently the dude right now is in deep water, hot water. Anyways, she said, I'm going to this guy. If you have a concern or something you'd like me to ask him, let me know and I'll bring the message to him. And she said she was inundated with emails, all these different people asking for these different things, and she was like a little overwhelmed at first. But in some part of her was a statistician kind of mindset, so she started categorizing what everybody was asking for, and this gets to the point of common humanity. Found out that she said over all these hundreds of emails, there were really people only asking for three things, which I think is something important to keep in mind. The three things were, people were asking for good health, they were asking for being able to find happiness, or they were asking for love, like real romantic love. Those three things. She says this, is a wide swath of people who have all kinds of different backgrounds, and the health ones are maybe different ailments, but in general they were asking for either to be cured from an ailment, or they just wanted good health. So in the idea of common humanity, thinking about that terms, it really is, those are the three things that people are searching for, probably including you. I know certainly including me. I want to be healthy, I want to be happy, and I want to have love in my life. My point is, with exceptions for people who are just narcissistic demons. That's not the right word. Word I'm looking for is sociopath. There we go. Besides those kinds of people, in general, the general population, that means the people who live in the United States, in West Virginia to Detroit, from LA to New York, people who live in Mexico, people who are traveling to the United States from Mexico, people who are, this is not absolving the idea that we won't just let everybody into the country. I'm kind of not about that, but I understand the reason why people would want to come here. People who live in Iran, just your normal, everyday, average person who's running a shop in Iran, that we all kind of, I think, I harken back to what Kennedy said, right? We all want the best for our children. We all inhabit the same planet, and we're all mortal. That common bond ought to be the guiding structure, I think anyways, for us to look at the way that we look at other people. This again is not an argument for opening up the borders of this, I'm not gonna, or letting just anybody who walks on the street come into my home and make themselves a bed in our guest room. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is recognize people's struggles for those three things that they would really like to have, recognize that those are common amongst all of us, and in that way be open with the idea of being charitable and being helpful when you can, to the extent that you can. And then of course, I spent a lot of time talking about this recently because of what happened to my friend, looking internally and making sure that you're looking out for your own health, and you're looking out for your own happiness, and you're looking out for your own love. If you're not doing those things for yourself, how can you expect other people are going to give it to you as well? Health, of course, It's about your food and your exercise. If you're not keeping a check on those things, and you're probably ought to start. Your happiness, are you spending time not caring for others, but caring about yourself? And of course, love. Just be honest and open and share. That's actually the one probably I struggle the most with. Not that I don't have people who love me, I don't yet know that I know how to express it to them the right way. So I'm working on it. Anyways, that's my rant for today. That's the talk that we're on this week, Common Humanity. If you look up TED Talk and you look up I failed to find God, but this is what I found instead, or some talk like that, I'll put the link down below, I'm sure. Give it a listen. For most of these videos, I watch them at 1.25 speed on YouTube just to get through them faster. The information is not, it comes by, you can get through it faster. My videos, of course, watch at regular speed, because otherwise I'll sound like a chipmunk. And I talk fast anyways. All right, go out, be good. Love bug week this week in Florida, so love bugs on my screen. Peace.